Well, they say there's no free lunch unless you're a student in Broward County.
How about that?
Yeah, students heading back to school this week, and the public school system announced that the Food and Nutrition Services Department will continue to offer free breakfast and lunch to all students for the new school year. How great is that?
That is great. I tell you what, I got, was it yesterday or the day? I think it was, maybe it was yesterday. One of these days recently, I got free breakfast here. Chick-fil-A.
Oh, yes.
The chicken biscuit.
I don't think they're offering that every day.
Yeah, they're not getting that in school. But what they are getting looks pretty good. Some of these options, I'm like, I need to try that.
Well, yeah, this is in Brevard. So you get the free food in Brevard. Go down to Miami-Dade, and they have a whole new menu this year. So students are heading back to school in Miami-Dade this morning, and they're going to find themselves with some pretty great items to choose from if they are getting lunch in the schools. Here's a couple of examples. See if you like any of this. Whole grain ham and cheese breakfast croissant.
Oh.
A whole grain cranberry orange scone.
I don't like the whole grain part, but the rest of it sounds good.
Well, I think it's probably better than the one you get at Starbucks, right, Dana?
Yeah.
I mean, sliced pumpkin bread.
I was going to say, do they have pumpkin spice
Yes, they do.
at these bougie schools in Miami-Dade?
Red pepper frittata.
What?
Yes.
Philly beefsteak. Barbecue pork rib patty, white garlic pizza.
What
That
is
sounds
going
really
on?
good. That's like the pizza with the Alfredo sauce on it.
Wow.
Boy, Miami-Dade, these kids are spoiled,
Yes,
man.
they're-
It used to be a crappy thing of meatloaf or like
Oh,
a sloppy Joe.
Yeah, that was the meal. At my high school, it was tater tots. That's what I would get. It was tater tots.
Yes.
Just tater tots.
Yeah, we had that too. They called them tater barrels where I grew up.
Oh, okay.
And that was like something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Tater barrels, yeah.
Wasn't that-
there was pizza
Yeah.
day as well, once a week.
We had pizza. You can get pizza every day at my school. It wasn't very good pizza, but you can get it. And wasn't that in that movie Napoleon Dynamite where the tots, where he would stuff the tots in his pants and he would eat them like during class? Boy, that is one heck of a menu they've got down there.
So they have something called the pan de bono, which I had never heard of, so I had to look it up. This sounds really good. It's a Colombian bread made from cassava starch, cheese, eggs, and guava paste, and it's like this little biscuit that looks like it's really soft with eggs inside.
That's in schools?
Yes, it looks really good. Yeah, it's like more bougie than a Starbucks breakfast.
Wow. Boy, the kids in the Tampa Bay area listening and be like, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
I don't think it's free in Miami-Dade, though.
Oh,
No.
yeah. I mean, how could that be free?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Broward, they're not getting all that stuff. But they are getting it for free. So
Right.
take your pick, you know?
Right,
Like, choose
right.
your district.
Yeah. You want the really good
Free
stuff or the free
sloppy
stuff?
joes, yeah, or the pan de bono you have to pay for.
I tell you what, those sloppy joes, when they're free, they taste a whole lot
They
better
sure do.
than when you got to pay for them. Now, Chris, did you post on social media pictures of your kids with the sign and the whole thing on the first day?
No, I didn't. You know, my wife did all that.
Okay.
And I didn't get the pictures from her. So that's my bad.
No, we weren't going to blast them out or anything like that.
We're going to share them.
She took care of that.
She did take them though and
You
post
know,
them on social media.
I used to love that, but like as they get older, you just
Yeah.
you just start feeling more and more sad that it's all coming to an end.
Yeah.
You know?
What's the age? So your son Dana didn't want to do it anymore.
No, he did. He doesn't want to do it. I did ask my ex to take a picture of him on the first day of school. I wasn't there.
Just
'cause
so
I
you
was here.
have it?
Just to have. I would have posted it if he looked at all happy,
Yeah.
but he looked
Just
miserable.
miserable.
And of course, you can't count on like a dad to get
Yeah.
a good picture of a kid smiling. He just got the picture and sent it to me, and I was
Took
like,
the picture.
Well, at least he
The
got
kid's not
that.
looking at the camera.
Oh yeah, he's so annoyed. He's like, fine, I'll take a picture. So I didn't even post a first day of school picture either.
I'm having the same problem. The
Yeah,
older
really?
one's like, forget this. you
How
know?
old's the older one, though? You have young
10.
kids. Oh, wow. Yeah. So once you get to double digits, that's it. Done with
Forget
the
it.
pictures.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, it's a real drag because, we have like all these years leading up to it, and now it's going to like come to an end. You
Yeah.
know? Or maybe just one will do it. And it's like, where's the other one? She sat that one out.
Yeah, it's not cool anymore.
No, it's not cool. So the latest poll of the presidential race is the best yet for Democrats in Florida. The survey from Florida Atlantic University's Paulcom Lab shows Kamala Harris within 3 points of Republican Donald Trump. And it is a sign that Florida may be in play, even though the Republicans announced that they have an advantage of 1 million registered voters above Democrats in total registration.
Yeah.
However, That doesn't include the NPAs.
Right. She's actually within 2 points when you add in RFK Jr. He's causing problems for Trump in a lot of these polls. Now, a couple things to keep in mind. I think in Florida, whatever the polls are showing, you got to add an extra point or two for Republicans. They just tend to perform better in this state. They got a better ground operation. One of the things that I thought was notable, Harris doing well with those under 50, Trump doing well with those over 50. If I were a candidate, I'd rather be doing well with those over 50. They're a little bit more guaranteed to show up. And compared to this poll in April, when Biden was at the top of the ticket, Harris closed the gap. They were down 8. Now she's down 3. And we've seen a bit of tightening in other states. I tend not to think it's quite this close, although it probably has tightened up just a little bit. Some of the other stuff from this FAU poll, Rick Scott at 47%, Debbie Mucarsel-Powell at 43%, and then the amendments. So they polled the amendments, and you've got Rick Scott, or you've got the legalized marijuana amendment, Amendment 3, yes, 56%, no, 29%, with 15% undecided. And it's a real generational split. Younger people more for it, older people less so. Democrats, independents, they cross that 60% threshold. Republicans, not at all. And there's strong opposition to Amendment 3, the marijuana amendment, among Hispanics, which I thought stood out. Then the abortion amendment, Amendment 4, yes, 56, no, 21, 23% undecided. That one has the highest support among Hispanics. So Hispanics, they like the abortion amendment, don't like the marijuana amendment, and then you've got Democrats and independents, solid support there, not so much among Republicans. So
23% undecided, though.
Yeah, I feel like that's a
huge
really
number.
big number.
It is
for
a big
something
number.
for something like that.
Right. And then there were a couple of other notes in this poll, different topics that they took a look at. Do you think the school year in Florida begins too early? 41% said no, 31% said yes, 5% said it should start earlier, and then 23% had no opinion.
Earlier? Like in July?
Shouldn't it start after Labor Day?
It should start around Labor Day. It is too early, and I have family that lives up north where they don't start school till Labor Day, and these 3 weeks of August, we can't do a family vacation.
Yeah.
Like, we had to mess up our family vacation time because of when my kids have to go to school.
I just feel like you go back, and then in 2 weeks, you got the Labor Day weekend and
It's
all of that.
stupid.
It should just start after, like Labor Day is the end of summer. Start after that.
Right. They would have to go later, though. I do like that
Yeah.
they get out right before Memorial Day
that's
instead
right.
of having to go until the middle or the end of June, which is how the other schools say
I'd
that they
swap
start
it
later.
out, though. I would take Labor Day start and
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
out after Memorial Day,
Me
just
too.
because that matches what every other school does in other states.
Yeah.
Florida, we just seem to be, starting earlier and earlier. It's like the vacation for the summer goes by way faster down here.
Right.
Yeah.
And Memorial Day, that break you probably need if you're a student because you've had the whole school year and you're wearing down there towards the end where it should just be a fresh start after Labor Day.
Yeah.
And then there was one other thing in this poll, and this was key. And I'm not making this up. This is real. 49% of voters listen to news radio at least 4 days a week, with older voters more likely to tune in daily.
Go, that's good.
Yeah. So the pollster said talk radio remains a significant source of information for many voters, especially those with early morning and late afternoon commutes. Its format often combines reporting and commentary, offering listeners both the chance to find out about issues and to find out how people like them think about issues. Local radio especially contributes to the sense of what people around us are thinking and thinking about, and often flies under the radar compared with newspapers, TV, and social media.
So
Well, I'd
we're
like-
more important than we thought we were.
Well,
huh?
I'd like to give my full endorsement to that poll.
Yeah.
And say
Extremely
it's my new
important.
favorite of all the ones out there.
Right now, I didn't know that we're supposed to be telling people about issues and what other people think about. Like, we're going to have to restructure the show.
You change it completely.
Yeah,
from
we
what
didn't know that
do.
was our job, but apparently it is. So, yeah, talk radio. We're hanging in there. Chris Trankman with today's top stories. Chris, thanks so much.
Thank you.